Population of Papua New Guinea. Does anyone want to have a guess in terms of population of Papua New Guinea? So I don't get in trouble. Is it 9 million, approaching 9 million, nearing 10 million? Let's just say approaching, nearing 10 million. That's a lot of mouths to feed. So if you're in the manufacturing business, there's opportunities there. And once these people, Papua New Guineans, get engaged into the next upturn through employment, there will be an income stream to draw on, and their spending power will increase. So there is definitely potential in manufacturing. And downstream processing, as the Prime Minister always likes to call it, which basically means adding value to your raw commodities. So you're adding, you're exporting something close to a finished product than a raw commodity. Now I talked to some of the coffee growers in Goroka, and they told me, like, look, we're exporting every bag of green beans that come into our warehouse, and if we get access to more, we'll pretty much export all of it. Then I said, why can't you ground your beans here or roast your beans here and then sell something close to a finished product? He said, look, roasting really happens where the coffee gets eventually consumed. So it'll be difficult to do it. But that doesn't mean there can be opportunities tried in cocoa and some of the other sort of agriculture commodities, including fishing and forestry. More downstream processing there. But that's not all. There's renewable energy potential as well. And as I said, as more Papua New Guineans get into jobs, there'll be opportunities for the business services sector, the health and education to do better as well. But that is down the track. Now, I do want to say something about the foreign currency shortage, rationing in Papua New Guinea before I wrap up. So for a number of years now, it's been hard to get timely access to foreign currency. And pretty much every commentator that's out there has got an opinion in terms of what is the solution to the problem and how can PNG get out of it. We all want PNG to get out of it and for this to end, the rationing of foreign currency to end. I've had a chat with my friend here, David Tong, this morning, and I accept that the Bank of Papua New Guinea is trying to do all it can to alleviate this problem as soon as possible, and you've heard the Treasurer say something on that as well. So it looks like there will be more liquidity into the market early next year, which is a good thing. We welcome it. So for now, while we wait for the foreign dollars associated with the foreign direct investment to come into the country, I'm afraid we will have to just rely on the liquidity that's provided by the Bank of Papua New Guinea to get by. They have got constraints to work with, but they're doing their best to try and find a solution to the problem, so we welcome it. I don't personally believe that currency depreciation is a solution to the problem, and as I discussed at the budget breakfast in Port Moresby a couple of weeks ago, as an economist, I do understand that the currency does play an important role in allocating resources from trade exposed industries to the stronger sectors of the economy. And you only got to look at a country like Australia. So when Australia was going through this mining investment boom in late 2000s, early 2010s, the dollar was at parity with the US dollar. What did that do? That it made the trade exposed industries of Australia very uncompetitive. So it's very difficult for tourists to come in holiday here because the currency was too strong. Manufacturers packed up and left because they couldn't export with the dollar at parity. And students stopped coming here because it's too expensive. But what it did, by making these industries competitive, it shifted resources from those to the mining industry to service the demand or the growth in demand in those industry sectors. So the currency played a role in shifting resources. That's what you call a structural change. And when mining investment boom was over, commodity prices fell off, foreign direct investment dollars dried up, dollar came straight back down to 70 cents US. And what did that do? It made your trade exposed industries, your manufacturers, your education service providers, your tourism industry more competitive again. So that's the role of the currency. In Papua New Guinea, the currency is already 35% lower than its peak during the PNG LNG construction phase. So if the currency could play a role in keeping the FX market balanced and allocating resources to the trade exposed industries, you think Papua New Guinea would not have a problem today. If 35% depreciation in the currency is not solved yet, I don't think another 7 or 15% will do, simply because Papua New Guinea doesn't have the volumes in its trade exposed industries to take advantage of a lower currency. So how is the lower currency supposed to help Papua New Guinea? It's supposed to help the mining industry get more output because it's relatively cheaper to buy from Papua New Guinea. I don't need as many can. Agricultural output should increase. And what else is Papua New Guinea? They don't have that many other industries that's sensitive to the currency. But Papua New Guinea is already exporting almost everything it can produce in the agriculture sector right now. Ditto for gas exports. But at the same time, so depreciation of the currency is not going to bring dollars into the country, more dollars into the country. But it's hurting the consumers through a rise in import prices. More liquidity from the central bank, I think, it is a good solution to the near-term problem for the FX market. And I think come end of next year, we won't be talking about foreign currency rationing in Papua New Guinea, because I believe with Porgera restarting and some of the Papua LNG probably kicking off, those two together, plus some of the other capital expansion plans that are happening at the mines, we'll probably see the FX market back to a balanced state by the end of next year. And Papua New Guinea will be well on its way to having a free-floating exchange rate regime after that, where the markets dictate, depending on demand and supply, where the exchange rates should sit.